Hello Guardians, welcome back to DTR. This is Wrightwaygaming, bringing you another video today. Today is a bit of a speculation video, a bit of my thoughts and what we could expect from Destiny 2 in certain areas. This video is going to be on the raid and how I think possible raid features could be brought into Destiny 2 to mix things up and spice it up a little. So I'm going to go over four main things that I think could be incorporated into raids to make them a little bit more entertaining and a little bit more complex, but not over complex for people that are just starting the raid and don't know really much what they're doing. So first up, I want to talk about something that they have brought up in the past already, but haven't confirmed how they're going to go about it, and that is revives in hard mode. Currently in Destiny 1, hard mode, if you die, you die. That's the encounter over for you. You either wipe as a team or let your team carry on and try and do it as a 5-man. Now, they have mentioned that they're going to incorporate revives into hard mode, but haven't said how. I don't think it'll be straight up, you have 30 seconds and then you can revive. I think there'll be some sort of certain situations or circumstance that you have to achieve to gain this revive. So it's not going to be a timer, it's going to be more of an event-based revive. Like for example, you might have to get through the first DPS phase in order to gain the revive, or you might have to get his health down to a certain point in order to gain the revive. That's my first point, that they could bring into it as a reward for doing so much damage to gain a member of your team back that has been shot down. That way it would also mean that a death doesn't necessarily mean a wipe in certain situations where you need 6 men. So yeah, I think that's a good thing that they could bring into it, but they might not. Then I want to talk about timed rewards. Now, this isn't something that's ever been done in Destiny as far as I'm aware, but has been incorporated into a strike, sort of, with the Black Spindle. Now, why can't they bring this into a raid? If you can destroy a boss within a certain amount of time, why not have a second doorway that opens to a second lot of loot, or even a specific sort of loot? This is something I feel they could incorporate and wouldn't take much more time to add into the game for raids. Then, thirdly, this kind of rolls into the time reward, and that's challenge-based routine or unique rewards. So, for example, how I just said there, if you beat a boss in a certain amount of time, what about if you did 3/4 of the raid in a certain amount of time? Opens another path for you to head down and defeat a second version of the boss, a final boss. Or, for example, if you did an encounter with only golden guns, that could open up a hunter unique reward. Same for Titans, doing it only defenders only, or along those lines, or not using a rocket launcher through the entire raid. You know, I feel that's something else they could add into the game without actually changing much of the game's coding. Then, last but not least, and I have touched on this already, multiple paths throughout the raid. So VoG had it. You had 2 alternate paths that you could take after the Templar. Now, one path meant you missed the loot, the other path meant you got the loot. Now, I felt that's just a bit of a con. I'm talking more of, if you take these 2 different paths, you will face 2 different bosses. So left boss leads to boss A and loot A, path B leads to boss B and loot B. You can't take both, you can only take one, and it means you have to run the raid twice on the same character every week in order to get all the loot. Again, adding more depth to the weekly content of Destiny. That is pretty much it, guys, for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and don't forget to drop your comments below. I'd like to know your thoughts on what I've just been talking about. And hope you subscribe to do Destiny Tracker. We do appreciate it, and we are going to go big for Destiny 2. Wrightwaygaming, over and out.